Oh, it's Tuesday night. Uh, yeah, thought I'd just pop up here, do a pop up. Haven't done one of those in a little bit. So yeah, I thought I'd do that. Um, I will probably be promoting as well as talking to everybody, anybody who might want to come up. I don't know if anybody actually will show up for this. This is the absolutely stone cold pop up. I have no idea what I'm going to be talking about or with who. Oh, Steven, hey, must be Tuesday. Yep. Oh, wow. Well, I was waiting for I'm waiting for my video to load up, but I guess I can talk about a little bit about my library run I had today. Um, every Tuesday is a library run. That's where I go to the library. I put out new movies out, semi new. Plus, people donate them. It's new to me, and so I went down today and I did not know that they're having a bag sale. Are having bag sales. So it used to be like once every like 3 months. Now it's starting to be like once every other week. Um, I'm thinking that people are donating a lot of stuff, um, which is good. Um, Most of the time, when people in our area anyway, when they do springtime, they're really fired up to do yard sales. So in the springtime, there's a lot of yard sales going up. And then after that happens, then toward the end of the summer, they just want to get people just want to get rid of everything. So they just start donating it to Salvation Army or Goodwill or in this case, the library. Um, so between that and the fact they got a lot of stock in, a lot of donations in during the pandemic, they are doing bag sales every other week. Bag sales, basically, you come with a bag, and you can get whatever you can put it in your bag. You can get for $6. Oh, hey, she wines. Greetings, greetings. I am just here, just talking. I got my latest library run, and they did a bag sale, which I had no idea they're doing. And so by the time I got down there to new release Tuesday, everything had been wiped out. Um, so I got 5 movies from there. Yeah, actually, you're not kidding, Stephen. Actually, people actually do that. They bring IKEA bags for the books. Yeah, you can bring an IKEA bag. If I know that I can if I know when there's a bag sale, I'll be bringing a Aldi's bag with me. I have an Aldi's bag. Oh yeah. Well, I will show them real quick here. They're all older films, nothing new, because like I said, everything was pretty much gone. What was left was what people donated. But I did pick up some things that I did not see out in the wild in a very long time. And I start off with Willow. So I got Willow for $1. I have not seen this out in the wild in forever and a day. Never, never. Yep. So I got Willow. Let's see. I picked up Robin Williams, 1 hour photo. So I was happy to get this. Have not seen this out in the wild either. So 1 hour photo. Um, Ashley Judd and Tommy Lee Jones in Double Jeopardy. This is the movie. This was interesting because um this is interesting because Ashley Judd had just gotten her she's just became a movie star. She's got a jump with Kiss the Girls and Wish You Were Here and a couple other ones. But this movie, and she basically, yeah, she got a little bit naked in this movie. I remember that. I remember how surprised people were. And Tommy Lee Jones is in it. And Tommy Lee Jones is really good in this. And then I got a couple of horror movies. Yes. Oh, really? Oh, I love Willow. Yeah, I love Willow. Val Kilmer and Joanne Kilmer Wally or Wally Kilmer were really good in that. And then I picked up Scream 2. Nope, I didn't have this. So Scream 2, and I picked up Scream 3. So again, it was a really tiny. Yeah, Warwick Davis is supposed to be involved in this. He's supposed to be doing this. Yeah, that'll be good. I'm glad because it's been a long time. I think the last thing he did was Leprechaun Origins, if I'm not mistaken. So that'll be good. Yeah, he might. Yeah, he could probably also do. He could also probably end up doing the Mandalorian. He could play an Ewok. So tomorrow I'm scheduled to do a double header. We're doing double header tomorrow for eight questions with. Um, yeah, I'm gonna be busy. It's gonna be really busy here. I'm just trying to nail down some dates here for folks in November. I'm starting to book November now. Yeah, that would be. I like to see. I like to see that. That'll be good. I just hope that Disney actually release these series that they're making. I hope they're not doing what Netflix is doing, and they won't release them home release. I'm hoping that Disney will do that. That would really suck because I know a lot of people would like to get the Marvel series. Yes, I got the calendar. I got the calendar. Uh, so tomorrow, it was supposed to be today, but it's going to be tomorrow. I made a mistake in booking my guest, so I was my bad. But we rescheduled it for tomorrow. We have Iva Lycos will be on at 2 o'clock. She has a new movie called The Final Code out. She wrote it and her husband directed it, and she's co-starring in it. And it's a very dark drama, similar to The Room. And then we have Chris Buckholz is scheduled to join us at 8 o'clock, and he is a World War II historian. And he also is a music journalist. He was also him and I met when he was a music journalist. He also has been on several different documentaries like Dogfight, and he was a technical advisor for Red Tails, the George Lucas produced film. So that's tomorrow. Um, and then Thursday, we have the owner and operator of Nightmare Toys, based in Las Vegas. It's a collectible store, a huge store, collectibles. They just had Tony Todd pop in the store last weekend, um, and that will be Christy Adams. She will be here at 8 p.m. just celebrating her birthday. She's a really nice young lady. I'm really looking forward to meeting her. Um, and then on the 28th, we have Ariel from Splash with Ariel. Yeah, I can't wait to see her too. She's I just think it's cool, seeing people, small business owners, putting in the work. Um, it's really cool. What I really like is the fact that I've been seeing everybody in our community. It seems like they've been buying a lot of stuff from Rick from Underworld Sub Rosa, and I'm really happy to see that. It seemed like our interview sort of sparked a lot of interest, so that's good. Plus, he's got great things. He's got his the 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 inventory that they're carrying is second to none. Oh, okay. She seems very, very sweet. I've been, I've been really impressed I've been really impressed in our dealings so far, and watching how professional she runs her store. Um, it's a real shame though that people are giving her blowback because you know she likes to show off, and you know what? But she shows off for her store, and you know what? So what? So be it. I think it's cool. I mean, it's no different than what Elvira's done for the last 30 years. Hey, Professor Fox, how are you? Greetings, greetings. How are you? How are you? We don't have any subjects tonight. We're just talking. Um, yeah, this. Oh, thank you so much. Um, but on the 28th, we have Ariel from Splash with Ariel. She's going to come in and hang out with us for a little bit on Tuesday, the 28th. So that'll be a really fun interview. In fact, I I'm glad I got her on a Tuesday because it's new release day, so she'll be able to tell us what's new in the stores. Plus, it's her birthday. Plus, it's also the cheetah's birthday. The cheetah turns 10 on the 28th. So, yeah, Ariel and the cheetah have the same birthday. Um, on the 29th, we have film director Candace Corella, but she's not also a director. She also has she also has she also does costuming. She got her start in the business as a costumer, and I have never interviewed anybody from wardrobe yet. So this will be a first for me, and quite honestly, I'm really excited because wow, that's gonna be really cool. I mean, I know she's doing she's gonna get into directing, but to talk to someone who's actually done costuming is gonna be a lot of fun. Yes, Ariel's very nice. Yeah, I think it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good one. Oh shoot. Okay, hold on. Looks like I got froze. Oh, hold on 1 second. Yeah, I got froze. Let me back out and come back in. You know how the routine goes. I'll be right back. All right. There you go. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's like I have to get frozen at least once at the beginning of every stream, and then after that, then I'm fine. Um, on the 30th, we have Steve Ronzinski, who is the director and writer, co-writer of Carousel 2, the second Carousel 2, the second one. He also did the first one as well, and he'll be here talking about the return of Duke and his crazy adventures, and we'll be talking to Steve about that scene in Carousel 2. Trust me, when you see it, you'll know it. It's bonkers. Um, and then in October, I'll tell you the first 2 weeks we got in October. The first 2 weeks in October. We have our good on the 5th. We have our good friend Phil Maresca. He's from the old days. He's him and I worked together back in San Jose, back when I was doing live music. And then on the 7th of October, we have Marshall R. Schartzer III, also known as Mellow Nomadic Adventures, who runs the Mellow Nomadic Adventures channel, and he will be here with us on the 7th. Yeah, we also have She Wines coming up on October 28th. She Wine will be here with us and to talk about her channel and share us what she can. So I'm really happy about that. Hey, Derek. Oh, someone must have got my phone number. Good, my phone message. You want to come up, buddy? Yeah, it's gonna be so much fun meeting you folks. I can't wait. Uh, 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 this is old school Shinobi is a good friend. Derek, if you guys, I mean, introduce yourself to Derek. Hopefully, he'll come by and connect with you guys. I know he's more of he's a big Twitch. He's a big in the Twitch community, but I'm glad to see him here. And my eyes decided to go cuckoo on me today. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm glad I'm doing more of the YouTubers. I wanted to do that, and I did do that from the beginning of the series. And I'm just gonna increase it a little bit. With doing one, I might just work my way up to like 3 or 4, um, until I can launch guests. Um, so I can, why I can get this thing up and running. It's been a slow process. I won't lie to you. It's a little, it's a slow process, but it's all right. I like it. I like how it's going. I'm happy with the speed of it. The interview series, 8 questions with, I think it's a lot of fun. And, but I was right. I went over to She Wines to watch their latest video, and they already blew past 200. They're already on their way to 300. I was just talking to Hobbs about that too, and I said that's exactly what would happen. Your channel would just go viral and just explode, and that's what's going to happen. You guys are going to become very popular very quickly because you guys have such unique content. Nobody's really doing what you're doing. Oh, boy, I'm having technical problems up here today. Oh, I hope I don't have that tomorrow. Maybe this will help. Oh no, you shouldn't be. Oh, okay, Derek, no problem. You shouldn't be really. It's pretty easy to find a channel that really will go off, and like the old AF reviewers, their channel too should be actually will probably be going off really soon too. I know Ricky told me that he has some plans for the channel, um, and I think that once they get their plans going, I think it's going to blow up too, because they do a lot more than just movie reviews. They're just absolutely crazy, and they do things a lot of they're just a lot of fun. People want to be entertained. Oh no, 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 no! Your content is outstanding. Very and you're doing it smart too. And this is the thing about building a channel. This is a proper way of doing it. Is that you show support and generosity to other channels. Like you're doing right now with me. You come in and you come in and you support other people. People like myself, we respect that and we remember that. And you know what? We're happy to push you guys. Your content is so good. It's like, hey, it's like one of those things where he's like, hey, you got to check this out. And then you tell like 10 friends and they tell 10 friends and they tell 10 friends. It's grassroots. Um, it's the same thing with the Night Watch Zone. The Night Watch Zone, they're the same. They're the same way. Um, so it's good. I'm so glad to see you. Yeah, I do too. Those guys are absolutely hilarious, and they're just they got a really cool gimmick. I really like how they do things. And Ricky and Pablo are just really good together. That chili video is absolutely insane. That chili video that they did with Carlino Nine and a girl in the movie and Sinister Arts. That is the right now, as far as I'm concerned, that is the video of the year right there. I could not believe it. That yeah. Um, you know, yeah, that's not necessarily a bad. That's not a very. That's actually pretty fair. That's actually pretty fair to say, Stephen. Um, But you know what? You have to give back in order to get, if you're not going out to other channels and you're not supporting them, like leaving a comment or a like, or even if you can't stay, but if you just came in there and say, hey, have a great stream, or leave a comment, it makes people go to your channel. People want to see what you're doing. But when you don't do that, people will not go to your channel. Hey, Larry D, greetings, sir. Larry D guys got he has posted a new video about opening a box from Hellfire. Whew, man, that's some craziness right there. That's some craziness. Well, yeah, I agree with you. Um, I what I did now, I'm doing what Josh Hobbs said. Hobbs came up with a good idea. I just want to throw that. I'm going to throw some videos out as we're talking. Um, but like that's the latest video from Larry D, and he's doing ghost peppers. So yeah. Fun, it says here, fun with hot sauce, Reaper sausage, and ghost pepper hot sauce. So yeah, Larry D is a machine. I'm telling you, if we put together an all-star team to tackle the UK guys, it would be I would put Dave Maggot, it would be Larry D, and it would be Vincent. I would put those three up against any three over from the UK as far as testing, as far as handling the hot sauce. Um, yeah, Larry, I get second and third degree burns just watching you. Um, so I again, you're right, She Wines. It's true. What I'm doing with what Hobbes said to do, and he's right, is what I because you don't have a lot of time per se, but what I'm doing now is I'm going through different channels, and I'm just making my watch list, and then I'm going to go by and leave comments. Um, because and see who's because I know there's people who don't follow me. I know who they are, and you know what? When I do see them, you know, especially the private ones, the ones that are not visible, they're frustrating to me because I don't know if they're even subscribed to my channel, which is one of the reasons why they don't leave comments on my channels because they're not even subscribed to it, and yet I know that I'm subscribed to them, so it's a little frustrating. Now, don't forget to go on each other's channel and leave a good comment and watch a video of more than 3 minutes. Oh my gosh, Larry, you guys would actually rule that. Are you kidding me? Oh. Well, I guess while we're talking, I can throw some different channels up just in case you guys have not. Let's see. Hey, Brian, how are you, sir? Okay, you know what? You know what? I'll do that. I'll do that. I'll set that up. I think that they would be. I think they'd be down for that. Yeah, I just think you guys should just crush them though. You're still waiting on surgery. Yeah, isn't that the case? Yeah, I've heard of people waiting on surgery still too. It's ridiculous. What Comic Con event are you going to, Brian? Are you going to Phantasm? I'm not. Is that the one in Florida? Are you going to that one? I know that Doomsday Crypt is going down there. He's doing another con. How exciting for them! And She Wind, I think that would be really, really good for you guys. If you could make prints of your animation, boy, I could see you guys selling those. I could see you selling prints if you can make it, if you can print them out. Oh my gosh, Starship Troopers is like one of the best movies ever. It's in my top 10 of all time. It is so much fun. It is so much fun. I absolutely love Starship Troopers. No, you're in good hands. It has Michael Ironside in it, and it has Dina Meyer and Casper Van Dien, Jake Busey. Um, well, Denise Richards in it too, but you can't get everything. Yeah, I don't see why you guys couldn't do that. You guys could easily sell prints for those. And then all you need to do if you built up a little bit of a supply, I'm telling you, you could probably give some of those to like someone like a Doomsday Crypt or maybe even Rick from Subrosa, and I'm sure they would be or Angela from that was saying. I mean, you could do it yourselves. You could sell your own. let's see. Which one? I've been meaning to ask you about the Tommy movies. Do you don't don't know about the Tommy movies? Yeah, perfect. Yeah, I don't know what the Tomies are. Yeah, you will love Starship Troopers. Starship Troopers is a lot of fun. There's so many great lines from that movie too. She whines. I mean, once you watch that movie, you'll start picking up some of the lines from you probably heard me say them. Oh, yeah. Rick would probably be the ones for that. Rick would probably know about that way more than me. Let me grab his channel for you. If you want to send him actually, let me grab his Instagram, uh, and you can send him a message because he'll probably know about that way more than I would, for sure. So, Brian, this is Rick's Instagram page. Um, you could go over there and follow him, and then you can follow him and send him a message about your movies because he'll know more about them than I will for sure. Um, foreign movies are awesome. Seriously, I love watching foreign film. I do. In fact, I'm watching one from Italy as soon as I get done with this little stream right here called the movie with Iva Lycos in it. I'm gonna be watching that as soon as I get done doing the stream. Yeah, tell the Rick the cheetah sent you, and just ask him for information about either selling your movie or buying them. I mean, either one, he'll probably know more than anybody I know. In fact, I'm going to be buying a movie from him. I think I'm going to be buying a movie called Headless from him. That movie looks absolutely bonkers. Well, thanks for hanging out with us, Steven, for sure. I'm so glad Lucifer got a proper send off. I love the show, and I'm so happy it got a send off. I can't wait to see what the cast does next. Hi, Mr. Dan and Hor. How are you? Yeah, I've heard that, Mr. Dan. It's probably gonna be probably a little bit outside my comfort zone, but it sounds absolutely bonkers. Um, there's another movie that's out that's being I think it's getting a home release really soon called Megan is Missing. Holy shit! I read the synopsis to that. That movie sounds absolutely brutal. Megan is Missing absolutely sounds horrifying. I mean, if you talk about that girl Gabby who disappeared, whose boyfriend murdered her, that's what sort of like Megan is missing sounds like, not really knowing who you're really with. Wow. Well, seeing you two guys comment on how brutal it is, I know it's got to be brutal because you guys are hardcore vets. Um, I want to see Malignant. I do. It sounds right up my alley. Um, I've been watching. I've been watching all the casuals do reviews on it, and it's making me laugh because they're sitting there saying how they're going like, I don't think James Wan had total control of that movie. I think they interfered with it. I think they were trying to, they weren't going to let him have any input. Excuse me, but the man he's overseeing two franchises that have gone over $1 billion apiece. You don't think that he can call his shot totally 100% without anybody interfering? That movie, yeah, he may not have wrote the movie, but he believe me, that movie is all his. And yeah, there won't be any complaining about that. Release the Wan cut. That movie is his. He has absolutely creative control in everything he does. Absolutely. Yeah, I just watching some of the reviewers trying to say that well, he didn't have control of the movie. And I'm like, yeah, obviously you must be new to the game, because if you don't know who James Wan is and his track record, then you'll know that he can do whatever the hell he wants. He's definitely the man with the Midas touch. But speaking of that, so I heard something yesterday that really just stressed me out. Um, I was with Phil's Creepy Vids, and he was doing his live stream, and when they were talking about Candyman, and I he said that Candyman, Tony Todd was on screen for less than a minute. Is that true? Has anybody seen Candyman? Is that true? Tony Todd was only on the screen for 30 seconds. I absolutely would be flipping floored if that's the case. I would actually really be upset if that's the case. He only got 30 seconds worth of. I'm talking about the new version, the new Candyman. They said that Tony Todd only got was on screen for less than 30. Phil said he was on screen less than a minute. Yeah, I've been wanting to see it too. I was really hyped up just for it. I'm really hyped up for a lot of, a lot of these movies. I'm just sitting here going like, I'm hoping that they get home releases. I'm hoping they get home releases. I want to go get them. I want to try to get them when they go on sale, or maybe Black Friday or whatnot. But I mean, if someone comes up to me and says, "Yeah, but Tony Todd was in it for less than a minute," then I'm not spending money to see that. There's only one reason I want to see the Candyman, because I want to see Tony Todd in there. And here's another thing that really floors me too. I was just listening to someone mentioning how they did an interview with Tony Todd, and they labeled him as the African American king of horror. You know, you know what? I'm just like, that's sort of like a backhanded insult to me, because Tony Todd has never gotten the due that he's been deserved. He never really has. I mean, it's weird. I don't know how you could put him in a great movie like Candyman, uh, a cult film, got into a big cult film. Uh, he did The Rock for Michael Bay, did a great job in that. I mean, the villains were all hideous, and y'all hissed at them. Uh, Greetings, Michael. How are you, sir? Uh, Thanks for coming by, Larry. Yeah, you know what? I didn't, I listened to a couple. I listened to like two or three of those Malignant reviews. Um, uh, Mr. Dan, I review, and I could just hear the people talk about the Malignant, and it's just like, you know what? If you don't like the movie for the movie, I get that. I understand that, but sit there and try to sit there and make a name for yourself by crushing it. You're not gonna, it doesn't work for me. I'm not listening to it. You know, yeah, I'm really nervous about that now. I didn't hear it. I haven't seen any reviews yet that has stated that Tony Todd's in it for 30 seconds. Doing good, man. Doing good. We're just talking about the new Candyman movie and the new Malignant, and I heard from Phil's Creepy Vids that Tony Todd only has 30 seconds worth of airtime in the new Candyman. And then we're talking about Malignant, and a lot of people are saying that they didn't like it and that James Wan didn't have control, and it's like, okay, whatever. Okay, good. Well, good. I was sitting there. I'm just like, I'm hoping to God that he's wrong. I'm hoping to hell that he's wrong. I would be really, like I said, I mean, Tony Todd is one of those horror icons that we all have seen when we go to Walmart. We see a new independent horror film. They'll have Tony Todd's name on the box to sell the tape, or the DVD, and then he's in it for one or two scenes, and that's it. You know, people say, well, let's get him on there. He goes in there for a day's worth of work, and he gets his 1 day pay, one rate, but they turn it right around and they put his name on the DVD to sell it, and it's just really frustrating watching that. He deserves so much better. Like, I personally feel he should have been first and foremost. I really did. I thought the plot would be that he would be passing on, he'd be passing his powers, or his legacy, or his hook, to the new person. Someone else comes in and takes over for him. Um, yeah, I think they were just, you know what, that's good. I'm glad they did that too, Brian, because um, you could go ahead and throw out some weak ass shit and know the fans are gonna eat it up. I mean, they're gonna be going out and they're gonna go out and watch it. But you really don't want to have a bad movie. You don't want to have a bad dialogue. Um, Personally, I have no interest in it. I have no interest in Halloween Kills. They have made him into a supernatural strength killer, which absolutely bores the shit out of me as a horror fan. I am not interested in a supernatural killer. He's going to be wipe out the whole damn fire department in that first scene. I'm not interested in a supernatural Michael Myers. Um, I like it. I like it where he can bleed because he's a man. I'm all right with that. I mean, to me, that makes it more interesting. But I am not really. I'm not a supernatural killer fan. I just unless it's some sort of alien, like Jeepers Creepers. He was an alien. Then that makes sense. But you know Freddy and Jason and Michael and Chucky, and they can't be stopped. It's gonna be interesting. I mean, as far as Halloween Kills, I did not watch the last preview of it. I just didn't do that. I didn't watch the last preview. I just wanted to be surprised, I guess, a little bit. Um, I should still get my ass up and watch Shang-Chi. Maybe I'll do that on Friday. Um, I would like to see Shang-Chi at the theaters if I could. Um, but I've been watching a lot of movies now. Um, it seems like I was doing a really man. I was saying I was dragging my ass. I still am dragging my ass. This is like the least amount of movies I've watched since I've been writing a blog and doing movie reviews. This is the least amount of movies I've watched this year. Um, but I did watch three. I watched three this week, which is pretty good for me. Um, I reviewed two of them. I reviewed two. Uh, the Trees Have Eyes, which was terrible. Uh, Hobbs liked it, but I didn't. Yeah, I'd like to see that. I want. I very much like to see Shang-Chi. I mean, it's so cool seeing that. It's so cool. I'm so happy to see him on the big screen. How cool is that? And and the other movie I'm really excited to see too, which I hope that Sony hasn't messed it up, which I really am hoping they didn't, is Mobius. I really want to see Mobius too because I was a big fan of Michael Mobius. He was one of my favorite secondary characters in Marvel. He was pretty badass. He was actually he was actually Angel before Angel was. He Michael Mobius. Mobius hat was a he was sort of like a vampire with a soul. I mean, he wasn't a traditional vampire, like he got bit by a vampire and turned into a vampire. It was a blood disease, but still, he is a vampire. What else did I watch? Oh, yeah, I watched Killer High. That really surprised me. I was not expecting that to be nearly as good as it was. It was hilarious. Highly recommended. Really, really liked it a lot. Um, that was a lot of fun. That were Uncorked Entertainment, and they released it on the Sci-Fi Channel, and that movie is a lot of fun. Um, it was made in Canada. It was a Canadian-made horror film, so it has a mostly all Canadian cast, but it works. It absolutely works. Oh, thanks, Fred. Well, feel free to give me a sub. That would be awesome. And yeah, thanks for the compliment. I know my horror tastes are different from a lot of the horror community. A lot of my film tastes are. Um, but yeah, I like to watch different things. I watched a new movie today. Basically speaking of vampires, new to me anyway, a movie called Prowl, and really really digging that one right now. It was one of those after midnight eight films to die for. That collection, they did like several of those collections. Eight films to die for, eight films after midnight. Um, they did a few of those. Oh, okay. Yeah, IFC is definitely my jam. Yep. I picked up Stardust last week. Um, and then I had some of my IFC friends. I had some of my IFC friends. They came up. They told me. I said, "Is this going to be any good? Am I going to like this? This is a story about David Bowie when he came over to the states and he became the Ziggy Stardust persona." And I said, "Is this a good movie?" And they're honest with me, which I really appreciate. And they go like, "It's not the best movie." I said, "Well, what happened? I mean, it has Jenna Malone in it, and Jenna Malone is awesome." Um, they said what happened with Ziggy with Stardust was um, they said what happened was because the movie was so low budget, it's a low budget film and the indie film, but they couldn't get the rights to David Bowie's music. So it's a movie about David Bowie, but no David Bowie music. Hard. It's hard to make a movie about a gentleman who you can't play his music on. So I'm gonna be watching it for Jenna Malone. um, Oh yeah, the ISC. Yeah, the ISC movies are the bomb. I absolutely love ISC movies. I am supposed to be getting one tomorrow. Um, I'm supposed to be getting one tomorrow in the mail from Steven that he very was very generous, and he sent it to me. Rent a Pal with Will Wheaton. I have not watched *Malignant* yet. I'm highly anticipated watching it. I've read the synopsis of it. I absolutely love it. I think it's a great idea. Uh, it sort of reminds me a little bit of a Basket Case. Um, Even though in Basket Case they're not necessarily one like that, but they're definitely are. They're conjoined. They're conjoined. So that's gonna be really interesting. And you know what's one thing? You know one thing I like about it too? It's original. I mean, I have not seen that movie, something like that, and I mean, I'm mentioning Basket Case, but I know it's not necessarily like Basket Case, but it has a similar, like it has elements of Basket Case in it. Um, but *Malignant* sounds really interesting, and it's original. You know what I'm saying? It's original, and congratulations to James Wan for doing that. It's just like the Saw franchise and The Conjuring. It's fresh. It's original. Uh, Lee Wanell, who ended up doing the Insidious movies. The Insidious movies are really good. People already forgotten them. That's how short our memory, our attention span is. People have already forgotten about the Insidious movies. Yeah, Basket Case is a really good movie. That's a really trippy movie. James Wan is really strong. You know, he's a really strong director, writer, and I know that he didn't direct the third Conjuring, but it still did well enough for him to do something else. Because seriously, you don't want to get locked into doing things like that. Be a franchise director. That's all you get to know. He doesn't want to do that. Think about his, think about the creativity. He wants to do his own thing. He doesn't want to get locked into doing franchises. Like, all right, you do one, you do Aquaman, then you turn around and do a Conjuring, then you turn around and do Aquaman, and then you do a con. No, that's not James Wan. He wants to do his own thing. So that's why he stepped out and did *Malignant*. Uh, I enjoyed *Insidious*. I think there's only one thing that I thought that hampered it a little bit, and that was which really, if you think about it, you're wondering why Lee and James didn't get together beforehand. If you really think about this, but if I would have told them one thing about doing the Conjuring and the Insidious, is I probably would have flipped a coin to see who's going to use Patrick Wilson, because it's sort of disjointed. To On one hand, you're watching him play, you know, Ed Warren, and then you turn around and see Insidious, and he's the possessed dad. And two supernatural franchises that are basically come out at the same time, and and you're sharing the same leading man. That's a little bit off-putting. That's the only thing I probably the only thing I would have told them not to do is to use Patrick Wilson in both franchises. Not that I don't like Patrick Wilson, because I really do. Um, he's a really good actor. I mean, one of my favorites. But having him on two franchises that were coming out basically at the same time, not good. All right, so least I could do for you, Fred, since I hadn't before. I am going to be tossing Fred's link here. Everybody connect with Fred Bread. Here's his channel right here. Please go ahead and give him a connection. That would be awesome. Um, for sure. Uh, Possessor. Yeah, that's a good one. Now I heard that there's two different cuts of that movie. There's the regular cut, and then there's the director's cut. The director's cut is what everybody wants to get. That's supposed to be a much better movie. I passed on the original cut. I had a chance to get it when I was at my video store when it was closing, but I heard that there was a director's cut, so I'm keeping my eye out for that. Yeah, no problem, man. That's what we're all about here, and here on my channel anyway. It's all about supporting the community. Yeah, no problem at all. Happy to do so. I was actually sort of embarrassed. I went over there, even if you said you're a sub to me, and I find I'm not sub to you. That's not very nice. So let me fix that for you. What about yeah, wow, that's a good one, Possessor. Of course, the big thing that everybody's looking forward to this Sunday is that I'll be part of the panel, and we're going to be actually talking about the human centipede, which I'll be watching on Friday night. I'm watching the human centipede on Friday night, and we're going to be talking about it on Sunday over on the Night Watch Zone. Sunday, I believe at 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. So I know the first two are really, really good. I know the third. I mean, as far as good, I mean, people say that they get freaked out by it, and it's a twisted movie. So, um, the subject matter is what it is. I know everybody does not like the third one. No, I have not heard anybody that's really liked the third one. Oh yes, yes. Yeah, don't forget when you do subscribe to each other or connect with each other, please leave a comment and watch a video of more than 3 minutes long. Otherwise, your connection probably will not stay. Oh, well, we'll still be here. Yeah, I want to see the director's cut. I was actually hoping I was actually hoping to find the director's cut at my library. I'm still hoping to find that. Um, you know, I'm still hoping that I'll get lucky. Of course, when they do bag sales and I don't find out about it, that sort of burns my ass a little bit because I I'd like to know when these bag sales are going to happen. So I guess I got to ask them. Um, but if not, I know that I'll have a chance to pick it up somewhere. I've been on a real good roll, so I'm pretty sure I'll be able to find it. Um, Did you guys catch? Okay, let me ask you guys something here. We got a few heads in here. So Hobbs reviewed Hobbs and I were talking about the Karate Kid. Now I want you to really think hard about this. Um, Mr. Bone, Mr. Bone's in the house. Now I really want you to think hard about this because um, we were talking about the Karate Kid, the original one and the new one, but you have to take Cobra Kai out of the equation. You cannot let Cobra Kai influence you. But in all seriousness, if you watch the first Karate Kid and the second one, which one do you think actually holds up better? Which one do you think is better? I mean, there's pros and cons for both. I will give the old movie the props for the soundtrack. I thought the soundtrack was really good. But as far as the movie itself, like really the fight scenes, oh, it's not even close. It's not even close. Uh, I mean, Daniel and and Jaden are Daniel's a little older because Jaden Smith is only like 12 or 13, while Danny was like 16. But yeah, I just thought Jackie Chan it really just he just absolutely steals the whole movie, and he can fight. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you're right. It probably could be more more kung fu, and that's Jackie Chan says that. He says it is kung fu. He says everything is kung fu. So because Jackie Chan's not he's not from Okinawa, and Okinawans do not see themselves as Japanese. By the way, they don't see themselves as Japanese. They see themselves as Okinawans. Um, so um, but I'm just watching the fight scenes. Wow, yeah. I just thought the fight scenes were much better. I wish they would have. I wish the only thing I really wish they did, and they did the same thing during the first Karate Kid. They did the same thing in the remake, and that is at the end of the tournament, they did not have a final confrontation. We had to like and like which when they show Cressy and Miyagi in the second one, and they should have showed. They deleted the scene where Jackie Chan's character fights the teacher from the other from the school, and but they deleted that out. That part really hurts both films. Yeah, the fight scenes and the fight scenes in the second one are just. I mean, if you it's really painful watching the fight scenes with Pat Morita. It's not his fault. I mean, it's not. Honestly, and if you're really honest, I think if you might agree with me, if Jackie Chan had been around here in the States, but when they made the first Karate Kid, they probably would have used Jackie Chan more than Pat Morita. Um, the fight scenes with Mr. Miyagi, especially in the third one, painfully so in the third one, were really really bad. You just can't buy any of the fight scenes. They look terrible. Um, but I will say this: that Cobra Kai. Now I can talk about Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai is it's really good. It's and Martin Cove, who played John Cressy, Martin Cove is 75 years old now, 75, and he still looks like he could kick ass. I dare say he looks better at his age now than Pat Morita did when his during his time when he was filming. I mean, I don't believe Pat Morita for a minute watching him fight. I just don't believe it. But Martin Cove, yeah, he still looks like he could throw. I know everybody likes the first Karate Kid, and I do too. I do like it. It's not like I don't like it. She whines. It's not like I don't like it. I do. Like I said, I do. I mean, it is very charming, and there's some really powerful lessons in it. And yeah, the scene where we find Mr. Miyagi's family had been killed, and you find out he been interned. I mean, it's very very good. It's very strong. Um, it's just the fight scenes to me are just really bad. They just don't hold up at all. Oh, that means he must like the next Karate Kid too, then, right? With Hilary Swank. Yeah, that is. You see, I agree. That's why I said earlier you got to take Cobra Kai out of the equation because Cobra Kai is better than anything. It really is. It's better than anything else in the series. I really like how they developed Danny LaRusso's character. I mean, Ralph Macchio actually, he seemed to me like he actually grew as an actor. William Zabka, from the first scene, you could see that he's always been this good. But, he's sort of like a Tony Todd. It's like he never really got his due, Ralph Macchio did. Ralph Macchio, they made movies with him and they just didn't do very well. But at least he got a chance. I don't think William Zabka ever was the lead in any movie, a feature film. I don't think he ever led a feature film. But Daniel Russo, Ralph Macchio did. My cousin Vinny and Crossroads were just two of them right off the top of my head that he was the lead in that. It's hard to get credibility and hard to get a career off the ground when you're not really getting the chance to do it, or else you're being forced to do low budget films that no one's really watching. That's the me watching William Zabka. I'm just like, wow, he could have been doing this all along. It's the same thing with Tony Todd. Tony Todd could have been doing this shit. You know, I don't know how you call him the I don't even know what that means anyway. The black horror icon, the leader in black. It's like, what does that mean? He's hardly in any of his movies. He hardly gets a chance. What does that mean? Yeah, I got the whole series of Hannibal. I got all three seasons of that. Mads Mikkelsen is absolutely amazing actor. Um, Definitely. I actually got a lot of movies from him. I got one. He did an ISC movie called uh, uh, "The Salvation," and that's absolutely beautiful. With he did that with Eva Green and Jeffrey D. Morgan. That movie is haunting as hell, and it's a western. Um, and then he did a movie called Arctic, where I don't think he said more than 15, 20 words. And that is an absolutely terrific movie. That's a beautiful movie, and it's exciting as hell. Um, yeah, I tell you what cracked me up about that. I'll tell you what made me laugh about Hannibal, though. What made me laugh about Hannibal is the fact that there it is. They ran it for 3 seasons with Hannibal Lecter, 3 seasons, and they decided to cancel it. And it's like, okay, you couldn't make that series work with Hannibal or with Hannibal Lecter in the series. You couldn't make that work. And then you get to turn around and someone else at CBS went ahead and okayed a series on Clarice Starling. It's like, dude, if no one's gonna watch Hannibal Lecter, why the hell do you think they're gonna watch Clarice? Nobody's gonna watch Clarice. Everybody wants to see Hannibal. That's like casting Jaws without no shark, or making a movie about David Bowie without not having his music. Um, and Manhunter. That's a good versus too. Manhunter versus Silence of the Lambs, versus Red Dragon. Man, that's a I think I would put Red Dragon at 3, but I gotta admit, I mean, I think it's hard. It's really unfair to put Manhunter 2 because it really didn't get, it didn't get the showiness as the Silence of the Lambs did. But that's a very good movie. Um, the book, the book, uh, uh, Red Dragon. Oh my God, that book, the first Hannibal book, absolutely scary as hell. Scary as hell. Oh, no problem. Yeah, I can't wait to see how you like. I can't wait to see how you like Starship Troopers. You're gonna absolutely love Starship Troopers. What are you trying to do, Watkins? Be a hero? No, sir. I just want to kill bugs, sir. Hey, Mitchell. How are you, sir? Yes. Yeah, the books are fantastic, except for the last one. The except for the last one, was a Hannibal. I think it was just Hannibal, where he could make Clarice into a cannibal like he was. That was actually Thomas's Harris. He was tired of writing the character. He got pegged into as the guy who made Cannibal Lecter, and I think that he basically wrote that book as a way of striking out, saying that like I'm gonna make this book so unlikable, so the character's so unlikable that nobody really wants to come back and read it. I think he got basically writers get typecast too. Not just actors, but writers get typecast. Like um, Thomas Harris. Okay, he's the guy who wrote the Hannibal books. Well, he's got a new book out. Who cares? Is there Hannibal in it? No, no Hannibal. And they won't read it. Good, Mitchell. I'm glad. I'm definitely glad. All right. Hey, Chadwick. All right. Here's our good friend Mitchell, the movie man. So if you guys have not connected to Mitchell, you guys should connect with him. What's going on, Chadwick? Thank you for the kind words in your tag, man. Thank you so much. I dropped the interview in, and people came out and were rediscovering it. Sweet. That's what I like hearing. That's what I like hearing. Just don't forget to leave the comments, though. It's very, very important that you guys leave your comments. Watch a video of more than 3 minutes long and leave a good comment. If you guys don't, you will lose your uh, uh, you'll lose your connection. I don't want that. Uh, you know what? Let me drop the professors in here too. I need to do that. Hold on here. All right. Here we go. Here's the professor and Dr. B. So you guys can connect with them as well. Yeah, that was the funniest. That was one of the funniest. That was one of the funniest things I saw. Though, was they were running out that Clarice show on CBS. I guess they got a second season. I think out of it. I think. I don't know because I moved it to Paramount Plus, where nobody's going to watch it. Um, but I just couldn't understand why it was like NBC when they made Constantine. They made Constantine and they ran it out there on Friday nights, and it didn't work. They didn't give it any chance to work. Only 13 episodes, and they canceled it. And then CBS ran ahead and ran out Supergirl, like a couple years after that, or a year and a half after that. And it was like, if you don't think if Constantine didn't make it, why do you think Supergirl is? Supergirl's not going to make it any more than Constantine will. It was just like, why would you do that? Well, then you turn right around and they put it on the CW. Yeah, no problem. Take care of yourself, Mitchell. I know we got him a couple ahead, so that's all it really matters. That's good. So yeah, I'm supposed to be getting tomorrow. I'm supposed to be getting Rent a Pal from the Horror Freak. I'm hopefully that I'm really anxious to see that. I heard it's really good. Will Wheaton, another actor who does never gets to do, um, which is really shame because he gets hated on so bad by everybody. I can never understand that. I never. I watched Star Trek: The Next Generation. I'm a big fan of it. I never had once had a problem with Wesley as a character. Never once. I thought he was an interesting character. I thought he grew up. They put him in adult situations. He matured. They didn't make him a perfect character. I mean, he you know he fucked up. Um, but I really liked his character. I thought it was really well done. But for the life of me, for some reason, Star Trek fans seem to really have it out for him as far as hating on him, and I don't get that at all. I never did. I thought he did fine in the series. I know that his personal life really took a beating. I think his his parents, I think they basically took all his money. I know he had a lot of problems, and but he still, he's still, he's still he's a fine writer. He writes a good blog, um, and he's very open and honest about what happened to him as a youngster. Um, but when I heard that he was going to do this movie for IFC Midnight, I was pretty excited for him. I was like, okay, this sounds really interesting. All right, so and IFC has such a really good track record of putting out great movies with good stars that I was really excited about it for him. I was excited for him. I know he'd been doing some guest appearances as a little bit of exaggeration of himself on Big Bang Theory, but that's not really, that's what is that really? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, I had a really good interview with Chadwick on Eight Questions with. That was a really good interview. I really liked it. It was one of my favorite ones. Um, I've been really blessed so far in the Eight Questions with series. Um, I have not really had any really bad interviews. Um, There's one interview that I could have did better by my guest by. Um, I was probably that was looking back at it, I probably could have did a little bit better by him, I'm gonna get another chance to fix that. Um, I should have read the room a little bit better. But overall though, I'm really happy with everybody I've gotten. Um, in October, I got October looking good for us here on Eight Questions with. Um, and September too. I watched. I got a screener of the second Carousel, and I watched that movie, and it has its moments. Um, it's interesting. It's pretty. I have to admit, some actors did some pretty daring things, and there's a scene in this movie that I'm just it's polarizing. It's absolutely gonna. You're either gonna actually you're gonna crack. It's gonna make you either laugh your ass off, or you're gonna get disgusted. You're gonna get disgusted and go like, "What the fuck have I just watched?" I personally was sitting there like I was like one of those like, "What am I just? What am I? What the hell am I watching?" It's bizarre. It's a bizarre movie. But we're gonna be talking to Steve Ronzinski on the 30th about that movie and the return of Duke and the co-writer, the co-creator of Duke. She's in the movie, and she also has a scene that's really quite shocking. It's just like, wait a minute, Alfred Hitchcock never did that in his movies. Oh my gosh, too funny. Uh, so Carousel, and I'm not sure when the movie's going to be coming out. That's one of the questions well, actually probably one of the very first questions I asked Steve is when Carousel's coming out. I have a feeling that he's going to be selling it off. He's going to be selling it while they're looking for a distributor. Um, that is going to start becoming a problem for a lot of these films. Um, they're going to have to, find a distributor is going to be much harder than it has been because of the streaming services. It's going to be very hard to get your movie on a streaming service. Um, Before, they would just take you because they would need the content. If you had a movie over 75 minutes long, you could get on Amazon, and you get paid. Um, but now between Netflix, HBO Plus, Disney, Hulu, it's so saturated now as far as streaming services go that they don't necessarily need your movie now. So a lot of these movies, a lot of independent movies, and since a lot of these places are no longer distributing movies at box stores because they're not carrying them anymore, it's getting to be harder and harder for them to find shelf space. So hopefully he'll get a deal with somebody. Hopefully maybe somebody like Uncorked or Bayview or maybe he'll go back to Wild. I don't know, but I have a feeling that for right now, I have a feeling that Carousel 2 is going to be sold strictly through Steve and Eileen's websites. That will take a lot of movies to sell to break even. Yeah, me too. I cannot stand. I don't want to do digital. I never will. I am a physical media guy through and through. I look forward to going down to the library on every Tuesday. I know some of you guys might not. Some of you guys might have seen this. Some of you guys might not have. But I'll just in case those who didn't. I did go down to the library today. I did go down to the library. I was able to pick up five movies. Um, they had a bag sale, Whereas you came down there, you could fill up a bag for $6 of anything you could fit into it. And I did not know they were running that. So when I got down there today, um, I had very slim pickings, very slim. Uh, so I got five. I got Double Jeopardy with Ashley Judd and Tommy Lee Jones. I picked up 1 hour photo with Robin Williams. Some of these movies I have not seen out in the thrift stores in forever and a day. I have not seen this out in a thrift store in years. I used to see it quite often, um, but now I don't. But I'm thinking I will again because people are getting rid of their physical collections for digital. I got a copy of Willow. Have not seen Willow in years. I saw it at the theater. I really liked it. Um, I really liked it quite a bit, and I was glad to be able to find it for $1. And the last two I got real quick, I got Scream 2, uh, Scream 2 with most of the cast back, and I picked up Scream 3. Now I know that these have come out in collections, including DVD collections, but yeah. Hi Gloria, how are you? Thank you so much. Thanks for coming back, by the way, Gloria. Thanks so much. You definitely got you definitely got an earful on the midnight hour. Yeah. Uh, yeah, that was a little bit of a shocker, I'm sure. I was hoping that you would come back, and I was hoping you would come back and give me a chance. I didn't want you to think that I was just a weirdo. Um, and here is Gloria's channel right here. This is our friend Gloria. You definitely want to check out her channel, um, especially if you love good food, because the lady knows how to cook. I like it. Anything that can restore an older classic, I'm going to be all for, Fred. Anything from the 30s, 20s, 30s, 40s, whatever they can do to whatever they can restore these to to the back to the public I'm all for it. Um, what's really interesting though is to me it's like if you're going to invest all this money, you got to be able to make it available to the people you're selling it to. And that's the thing. I mean, you're putting all this effort into restoring this, but how are we going to get it, and for how much? Um, I'm not sure if anybody noticed this, but yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, there you go. You will be definitely loving her channel. That's for sure. I got her playlist on my site, on my channel here. Definitely, it's tremendous. Yeah, I think it's like Warner Brother Archive was a standalone website, but Warner Brothers collapsed that. They were gonna team up with Sony, and then they didn't, and then they collapsed their site, and now you can just get the Warner Brother Archives on Amazon. Yep, you can get Warner Brother movies archives on Amazon, but you used to be able to get them on a standalone site. And Disney's doing now. Now Disney has a lot of these people are just taking their movies right off the shelves, going inside Best Buy and going to Target. Oh Lord, I mean, it's just really tough. Well, unless you're splashed with Ariel, and then you're getting everything. Oh man, yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure. I know they're on Amazon, but I don't know if it's the same. I haven't been on. I have not. I'll be honest with you. I have not been on the archive since they moved to Amazon. So I'm not sure if they're doing the sale that they used to do. They used to do that 4 for 44 sale. Um, I'm not sure if they're doing that still. Um, I do know that it seems like Blu-rays and DVD prices have gone up at the brick and mortar stores. They have not come down. Um, I went to go get Promising Young Woman, and they want $30 for it. $30. I think it was 27 on DVD and $30 on Blu-ray. I'm like, whoa, wait, what? Extremely high. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The shot on the video format. Yeah, and making VHS tapes. Yeah, people have been. I've been noticing that. I mean, people have been buying. They've been buying up VHS machines at the thrift stores and whatnot. It's sort of like watching people collect vinyl again. They did their very best to push it out. Like they are doing with the physical media. They're trying their best to push it out. Like we're not going to do DVDs, or we're not going to do Blu-rays anymore, or we're going to only do a certain amount. Um, but people really don't. They really don't like that. And quite honestly, it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time before people actually wake up and realize that all streaming is just cable TV again, because the prices are going to be the same. It's absolutely going to be. I mean, you're paying more now if you're getting to subscribe to the streaming services. You're probably paying more for those now than you did when you had cable. Now I will say the streaming services, they might have a little bit better variety and they have original content, but if you think about it, you buy I mean, you get packages, I guess, HBO and Disney and Paramount Plus on the Peacock, um, you know, and on the movies, like Shutter, ISC Unlimited. Yeah, I'm just a little bit surprised at the prices of vinyl. I mean, some of those vinyl records are really expensive, though. I mean, really expensive, like $60. And it's like, wow, even in my heyday, and I grew up in the world of vinyl. I mean, a vinyl record never. I mean, maybe a double album might cost about $30, but everything else was like between 18 to 21, 22. Cassettes used to be a little expensive for what they were. It's great people are bringing back vinyl, but you got to bring it back smartly, and make it affordable for people. I mean, if you turn around and charge $60 for a new record, you get the same people you're trying to come back and oh, thank you so much. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming by, Gloria. I didn't expect to see you again. After Sunday. I didn't expect to see you again. So thanks so much for giving me a chance. Um, yeah, we're cutting it up over a little bit over at the midnight hour, and I don't know what we're watching about. We're talking about maybe the centipede or something, and Gloria walked in the middle of it, and it was like a really disgusting part or whatever. And I was like, "Oh, great! Here comes this nice young lady coming in there," and I just got done, like scarring her. Sure. Yeah, Amiibo used to be. I used to actually shop Amiibo when I was in San Jose. I used to go up to San Francisco and shop it. Berkeley, and down at the Haight down in the down at San Francisco. There was also a store we had in San Jose called Streetlight Records. I'll tell you a funny story about that. So, um, Streetlight Records was a big store. Used records, tapes, albums, whatnot, and they had all the just a massive store, and they had a section where they had everything at a under $5 section. It was under $5. You could go there and hi, Roy and Becky, welcome on in. I'm gonna tell the story about this about a used record store. Um, an old friend of mine used to work down there, and we had a lot of fun. We shocked a lot of people. Um, so I used to go down there myself. I used to go down to Streetlight Records, and I used to shop the bargain area. And there's a guy there. His name was Craig, and he played in a local blues band called Night Cry. And it was a cool band. They're real popular. They played some cover places and whatnot, but really good, cool band. Um, so I go in there, and I would always shop the bargain bin because I didn't have that much money. But one day he came over. He came over, and he in a very loud voice too, in a very loud voice. This is not subtle. He says, "Why do you always come in here and shop the $5 bin? Why don't you go take and get your money and go out there and buy something bigger than this? You're always here at this right here." And he took my movies, my music that I had in my hand, and he dashed them down, not hard, but dashed them down. Everybody in the store was like, all everything. You could have heard a pin drop. You could have heard a pin drop, and it was hilarious. It was absolutely funny. I loved it. I thought it was hilarious. I went ahead and got it all up there. I try to remember what I told him when I went up to the counter. Um, but after that, it was on. It was we every time I went inside the store there and I saw him working, I would sit there and say, I would sit there and say, where's that record you guys owe me? You owe me a damn record. What are you gonna pay? I paid you guys $25 for a record and you never gave it to me. Sign. You're supposed to autograph it. And so he would sit there and say, I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna get to it. Leave me alone. Leave me. And people would just sit there. They would think that we were actually arguing, and we would just have so much fun with that. Um, but that store, Streetlight Records, man, that was a great place to shop. I still think they're open. Um, I heard that Tower Records is supposed to be back online. They're back, but they're supposed to be only online only. But Tower Records is back. I don't know if there's any truth to that or not. Where does everybody shop at for their? Where's your favorite? Where's everybody's favorite place to shop at for when you guys go film hunting? Where do you guys go? Um, yeah, I actually work for Streetlight Records. I worked there for a year. Weird company, but met a lot of cool people there. that'll be tough. Well, where do you guys go for your where do you guys go when you shop for your music and your movies? My Just want to make sure I'm not frozen here. Okay, YouTube Music. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I gotta get over the Walmart. The Walmart near me, it just seems to be DOA of every time I go over there. There's nothing there. My Target's the same way. There's still another a Walmart I still could go to. I definitely will be making a Salvation Army run tomorrow. I think I'm gonna go after my interview um, with Iva. Speaking of that, I should probably talk about that. So I'm doing an interview with actress producer Iva Lycos tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Um, she's based in Italy. Yeah, boy, the prices for films have really dropped. I mean, they really have dropped. Um, I shop. I like doing shopping at Hamilton Book. Hamilton Book is a really good place to shop as well. I mean, no matter what you order, the most they'll charge you to ship is $4, no matter what you buy. Um, it's $2 shipping. Like if you buy one album or one movie, it's $2 shipping. If you buy two movies, it's $4. But after that, whatever you buy, it's only going to be $4. So it really encourages you to shop and get multiple, buy and get multiple purchases for only $4 of shipping. So I was just there this last weekend, and I picked up a couple of new IFC movies for me uh, that I don't have for the collection. I also got the first season of Bates Motel for like $3. I have season three, and I now have season one. I heard that series is really good. I heard it's really good. It's amazing how a lot of these shows that come on, as soon as they get off the air, it's like people just never talk about them anymore. It's like it's out of off the air, out of sight, out of mind. No, it's like they never existed. Well, I think I've been on for what? I've been on for a while here. Yeah, I've been on an hour and a half. Yeah, I definitely could recommend as far as ISC goes. I definitely recommend. There's two that I will tell you that I really hunted for. Uh, I could come up with three right away, um, for sure that that would recommend. Um, One is the house that Jack built, which was a Lars Van Trier film. This is absolutely a brutal film. It is a trippy movie. This is a trip of a movie right here. Not anything what you ever expect. It's different. Uh, really good. Uh, Two, this is a movie that I was hunting for a while. I really wanted it. I managed to get it before my video store closed, but highly recommend this movie too. And it should have been actually in the awards season last year, um, um, which really pissed me off that it didn't. Um, exactly. That yeah, it's an awesome movie. This is the one. This is another one here. I hunted for this one. This is also an excellent movie right here. This is Swallow with Haley Bennett. She should have gotten a consideration. She should have got a consideration for an Oscar last year. Um, IFC kept the theaters open last year. They had three big movies that came out: Swallow, The Wretched, and The Relic. And then once the big studios got back into the thick of things, these movies all got ignored and forgotten. And then a movie that we covered on ISC Midnight Nights, which I've been talking about to a lot of people. It's The Devil's Candy. Yeah, Swallow's gonna. That's gonna be that's a great movie too. And then we covered The Devil's Candy. This is a really good movie. Very good movie. It's disturbing as hell too, but it's a good movie. Um, and of course, Hunter x Hunter, which I haven't watched that yet. I got to do it. I got it. Um, yeah. Oh, Days of Thunder. Oh, that's your favorite movie. I heard that's a lot of fun. I have never watched Days of Thunder, but I heard it's a lot of fun. If I could see it, if I find it, I'll probably pick it up for sure. Um, but yeah, those are my three. How many ISC movies do you own, Fred? Um, I would like to get the A24 film. Oh, the only yeah. Okay, I'm up to 237. I can't believe I got that many of their movies, but I got 237 of their movies. I that's absolutely my joy. It's the heart of my collection. Everybody else has got those big boutique labels. and the box sets and media sets and all that. Um, right, right. Yeah, Criterion's. Phew. Now my library has not dropped a recent Criterion on me. There was one in my library last week. For some reason, I don't, and I can't tell you why, but there's one movie that I see of Criterion's. Um, oh my gosh, let me show you something. Let me show you something. I think yeah, let me show you this. This is my crown jewel right here. This is my crown jewel. Hi, Brene. How are you? That's my list of my ISC films that I own. So I got two more. I got three. Oh yeah, it's horror film time. What's going on, Vern? Where's the donuts? I got donuts. Oh yeah, we got donuts. Oh yeah, you came to the right channel, baby. Booyah! Donuts for days. Yeah, okay, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Having a peaceful night. We're just talking about ISC movies, and we're talking about our favorite, our favorites, and yeah, we're just having a good time. How was your? Well, you were up sort of late though. How was your weekend? I know you were really busy. All right. Here is Vern's channel right here. Highly recommend Vern. Uh, um, Vern's channel. You need to go ahead and connect with her. Uh, did I overhear that Donuts and Devotions are getting T-shirts? I hope that's the case. Donuts and Devotion and Donuts. I love it. Uh, so this is Vern's junk closet right here. She is our YouTube cheerleader, and she loves donuts. I I I, I might ask you for a small favor. I might have to get in touch with you for a small favor. I think it'll actually work for us too. Um, yeah. Oh, really? Super bits? You looking for super bits? Damn, my library just had three of them. They had just had three of them. Flight Plan, um, uh, Panic Room, and one other movie. So we donated a bunch of Jodie Foster movies in. Oh, I can't wait to see it, Vern. I can't wait to see the shirt. That'll be so much fun. You'll sell a lot of those shirts. Devotion and donuts. You could even call it DD. Sort of like Dunkin' Donuts, but it'll be Devotion and Donuts. And if it wasn't raining right now, I'd probably be on my way down to 7-Eleven right now to get myself my ass a fritter. Yeah, you know what? I'll keep an eye on that, Fred. If I see any more at my library, or if you want to, you could always send me you can send me a on my Instagram page. Have Cheetah Will View. You can send me a private message. Tell me which ones you're looking for, and I'll keep an eye out for it. Hi, Michelle. How are you? Man, fritters are good, man. Fritters are tasty. I could not believe your Dunkin' Donut could not carry was not carrying fritters. I was heartbroken because they actually make a very good fritter. Uh, no, no, all our 7-Elevens are open 24 hours. No, I tell you what, they have closed though. Over 24/7. They have closed all the fast food places. We used to have McDonald's 24/7 McDonald's. We don't have that anymore. I think they close at 11 now. That's a bummer. I think everybody closes early. Okay, awesome. I will follow you back. Let me toss Michelle up here. Okay, here's Michelle, Makeup Mom and Son. Fred, you want to follow this young lady right here. You definitely want to follow Michelle because don't let the looks fool you. She's down with hardcore horror. She can hold her own. She loves horror and she knows a lot about it. Oh man, that would be awesome. Thank you so much. I'm always blown away by people's generosity. My Jennifer. Wow, that'd be awfully kind of you, Fred. No, no, she could. No, Michelle knows all about horror films, Vern. Oh no, no, yeah, she she knows a lot, and hook up with Vern too. Vern is definitely you definitely want to hook up with Vern. She is just if you're having a bad day, you definitely want to zip on over to Vern's pace because she'll brighten your day right back up for sure, and she will too. Yeah, I like sharing out people when I like sharing out people when they come into the stream. It's pretty cool. Oh, no problem, Vern. In fact, I think I need to do Ray. I need to do Roy and Becky. All right, here is Roy and Becky. There we go. Uh, we're making you a lot of new friends here, Fred. You definitely gonna have you got some positivity. You got some van life. Um, uh, hey, Fairy Dust. Thanks again for being for being one of my moderators. I just heard your bell ring, Michelle. You're being called. Wow. All right. That's cool. That's cool, Fred. Yeah, maybe Vern. Yeah, sheesh, maybe we gotta design a shirt. Yeah, normally I do interview on it today, but I didn't have anybody scheduled for today. Well, I had an interview in the early afternoon I was supposed to do, but I had made a mistake and I on the date, so it was supposed to be tomorrow, not today. So I'm gonna probably have to watch her movie and promote. I have two shows tomorrow night on here on the channel. I have at 2 o'clock. I have actress producer Iva Lycos, and we'll be talking about the slider and the final code. And then on 8 o'clock, we're scheduled to talk to Chris Buckholtz. He is a World War II historian. He's a writer. He's a championship model builder of planes, and he also has appeared on several documentaries because of his expertise. And he was the technical advisor for the movie Red Tails that George Lucas produced. And yeah, he was a technical advisor for that. And he'll be here at 8 o'clock. He'll be here at 8 o'clock tomorrow. Yeah, me and Chris have known each other for many, many years, and it was a real surprise. It was a real surprise when I'm watching the episode on the Tuskegee Airmen. Um, and then I see my buddy that I knew from music, and lo and behold, I found out that he was a military historian, and then he later on went on to do the technical advising for the Red Tails movie. It was not his fault that the movie was not very good. I can tell you that right now. Not his fault. He did try. He tried to tell him how it was, but they went all Hollywood on him, and Red Tails did not need to be Hollywood. Red Tails has such a great story with real life characters, and that they could have just made it with the real people. And it was one of the most disappointing things to see that they did not. They did not. They they made fictionalized versions of certain characters, and yeah, yeah, the dialogue was not very good. Some of the action scenes were just completely wrong, completely wrong, and very interesting movie in that respect. So we'll talk about that with them tomorrow. And then Thursday we have business owner Christy Adams. who owns the store Nightmare Toys in Las Vegas. She owns that store out in Vegas, and she'll be here on Thursday talking with us about her business and how she got it started, and how she uh, how she got where she did. She just had Tony Todd at her store, and Tony Todd is that guy is tall. He must be at least 6'8", 6'9". He seems to be just like towering. Um, but he looked good. He looked good at the store. Um, and a lot of people came out to see him. And then she's going to have Kane Hodder come out to the store in November. So Kane Hodder will be there in November. Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be, like I said, the early ones at 2 o'clock Eastern time with Iva, and then with Chris will be at 8 o'clock. Um, so as soon as Iva's done, I'm gonna dash out to the Salvation Army and make a quick run out there to see if I can find some 50-cent movies. Since my library since I didn't have that much luck at the library. But I think it's Yeah, it's 10:30. I've been on for an hour and a half. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up because I gotta watch that other movie before I go to bed. But I definitely want to thank you guys all for coming out. And please connect with each other. I've had a great time. Um, we'll do this again. Maybe we'll do this again Monday for do an hour and a half. I really, really had a lot of fun with you guys, and thanks for keeping me company. And hopefully I'll see some of you tomorrow night for Chris Buckholz at 8 o'clock. All right. Hopefully I'm up early enough, Fern, and I will see you on your drive into work. All right. I'm out of here, kids. So until the next one, peace.